Hello everybody, today we're going to be making this Apple AirPods Max pairing animation. It looks a little bit like this. Very cool. Just a good tutorial to do some auto layout skills, some animation skills. I'm going to build it right next to this one, and then we're going to go into the animation, and then we'll be done. So let's try to keep it short. For this one, we're going to use an iPhone 13, so F, because my phone's old. That's what we're using. iPhone 13, 14. All right, so we got our frame in place. So that was F on your keyboard, and then you picked your frame size. We went with 13, 14. All right, getting into the build now. Let's go with the background color. So grab your frame, make sure you're in the design part of your toolbar. I'm just gonna see what I have here. So we have a linear gradient. So to do that, I'm just gonna grab this color really quick. Grab your frame, add a fill, make sure it's a linear gradient. The top is going to be this green color. The bottom is going to be black. Let's put a frame on our keyboard, F. Make a box. Let's fill it with white. We're just gonna fill the whole thing. Kind of around the same size. Doesn't need to be perfect because everything's gonna be in an auto layout. So our first section here, the main portion of it, we have these rounded corners. So we're gonna round these corners. Let's see what they're at. 80 pixels for rounding the corners. 80 here and 80 here. So that's top left and top right. Now we're gonna add this frame right inside. So F on your keyboard again. Just make a random size. I'm gonna grab this color. Add a fill. The radius on this is 75. So we're gonna have a radius of 75. We're gonna turn this into an auto layout. So this is going to adjust some things, so just be aware. Shift A, turn it into an auto layout. The padding on the side is set to 8. So we're going to have 8 pixels of horizontal padding, and I'm pretty sure 8 pixels of vertical padding. That looks about right. I'm gonna get the size of this set to hug, so 176. We'll just put that in for right now, 176. Not 476, 176. Okay. I'm just gonna copy this copy over. T on your keyboard for type. This font is, I can't even say it, bricolage, grotesque. Yeah, that is set to medium 24. Option drag down, we'll duplicate. I'm gonna grab this text here. That is set to medium 10. We're gonna put this into an auto layout, so Shift A. Sorry for clicking over so much, I can't remember all the values. So we have that set to 2 for the gap. Very good. I'm gonna duplicate this one, Command D, and I'm just gonna drag it out of the frame. We're gonna type in now plane. I'm going to have this set to hug, so I just double click that and that snapped it back to the type. This is set to 8, so we're going to do the same thing, set to 8. Shift A will give us an auto layout around it. Shift A. We have it set to 8 horizontal and 4 vertical for the padding, so 8 horizontally, 4 vertically for the padding. This color, I'm going to grab it, fill this color, and around this, just say 40. Text on the inside is going to be white. That looks pretty good. Okay, we're going to bring this down. Grab this, Shift A, that puts that into an auto layout. I'm going to check the sizing here, 10. Close. All right, we got our copy inside. Now we're going to make this little avatar picture with this. So I'm just going to option drag this down. I'm going to call this playlist. I think this is also set to 8. Option drag again. I'm going to call this My Love List 2025. Yes, I made all these titles up myself. Turn it to black. I believe this is at 10. Grab them both, Shift A. They're into an auto layout. I believe it is 2 pixels. All right. We're gonna make this avatar picture now. So F on your keyboard. Drag out a frame here. We can fill it with white for now. So the size is 41, but I'm gonna change it to 42 because that makes more sense. 42 by 42. We're gonna round it. Let's just say 100 pixels. We're gonna add a picture inside. So normally you would just add a fill and then grab a picture. But since I already have it here, I'm just going to highlight this one, copy it, Command V to paste it. I'm gonna add a stroke onto this of white, say 3 pixels, maybe 2. On the inside, that looks about right. And then a shadow. So the drop shadow is set to 7.1, 13% black. So effects, drop shadow, 7.1, 13% opacity. All right, looks good. Grab this frame with your copy and the avatar by clicking Shift. So click this, Shift and click, we'll grab both. Shift A, auto layout. Let's add that into its own frame with a gap of 8. And then grab both of these, Shift A again, puts them into an auto layout. And this is set to 24. All right, looks good. All right, we're gonna make this picture here. So this is a frame and I have it set, let's just pull it in real quick. So F on your keyboard, pull out a frame, and I'm gonna fill it to white real quick. This whole frame here needs to be an auto layout. So this tan background, grab that farmost background there and Shift A again, auto layout. We'll set that all. We can see how much padding we have, 12 and 12. So let's see right here, we need it to have 12 and 12. The height of this is set to 152 and 116 for the width. So let's go 152. Width of 116. The corners are rounded to 200. And then we added corner smoothing to the iOS. I think this background also has it, so click on this farmost background and go to your corners and move it to the iOS. Yeah. Okay, grabbing this photo, copy, pasting it in. All right, looks good. All right, let's make this little icon right here. So O on your keyboard for circle. Just gonna drag out a circle like this. I'm gonna make it white. And then I'm gonna grab the polygon tool. Make a polygon. Make sure it's, oh, let's actually go back. Let's make sure it's in this frame so it doesn't move around. So polygon again. Click that. Rotate it. Push it down. We're going to put corner radius on that polygon of 1. All right, I think that looks good. So grab both of your layers, the ellipse and the polygon by pressing Shift. You're going to go up to these 3 dots here, and we're going to subtract the selection. That will give us that negative space. So it's subtracted, but they're both still there, and we don't want that. So we're going to press Command E, which will turn it into a vector shape. Okay, now I think this is a blurred background, so background blurred. But first what we want to do is drop the opacity. So let's drop it to 42%. Blur the background, so go to Effects, Background Blur, and just blur it to where you feel comfortable. The shadow on this is 6 pixels on X, 8 on Y, 14.7 on the blur radius, and then 25% opacity. If you have something like this, it's also cool, like if you've already done it before, you just grab it like that, click to the side until it turns blue, Command C to copy, grab your layer, Command V to paste. There you have it. And all of this is set to be aligned to the left. So right now it's set this way. Let's press X. Click on this until it highlights blue. Press X on your keyboard. And then change it to the left. Let's see how much space is in 24. 35, let's change it to 24. I think this all looks good. Set it to the middle. All right, that looks good. Let's move down to the next section. So that's our invite friends. Let's make a frame right here to hold all of that stuff within it. So F on your keyboard, just drag one out, set it to fill the container. I'm gonna grab her avatar again, Command C to copy, Command V to paste. All right, duplicate it, Command D, and Command D again. Grab these avatars, Shift A, and then we want them to align horizontally. But we also don't want them to smush like this, so we want them to hug. And we'll grab them, grab all of your frames again, and set them to fix at 42 by 42. Okay, great. Now grab this auto layout, drag it backwards till they overlap. That looks good. And then you can go in and change your photos. Or in my case, I'm going to copy the photos. Command C. I'm going to add this little toggle button. So T on your keyboard, type, say plus 26. Shift A, make an auto layout, fill it with black. Grab the copy in the middle, make that white. This one is set to be 8 and 4. Do the same thing. 8 and 4. Round it to 40. Grab this one and your icons, Shift A again. We'll see what this has on it. 4% or 4 pixels. 4. T on your keyboard. Let's type invite. Oops. invite friends. That's 10. Let's grab this color. Okay, so we're gonna move this over here. Grab both of these, Shift A. Toggle this up to the top, up arrow. And then we're gonna see what the gap is here. 10. This set to 10 now. And that looks about right. Okay. Command click, or yep, command click, option drag this one out. Say headphones found. Option drag again. AirPods Max. One more time, and then we're put not yours, question mark. Okay. That can stay that size. AirPods Max is going to be 18 pixels and black. This one's going to be 8 in this color, green. So this will be 8 and green. This will be, ooh, what was it? 18. 18 and black. All right, and then grab all of them, Shift A, auto layout. Let's see. 7. Oh, I don't like that. Let's set it to 8. 8. Okay, cool. So now this whole frame that's encompassing this whole thing, we're going to turn this into an auto layout as well. So Shift A, and that kind of pushes them out. We have some padding on the sides of 24 pixels, and then in the middle of 10. So padding of 24 pixels on the outside, and then 10 on the inside. This one's filling the container, and so is that one. So let's set these both, this one and this one, to fill the container. And then this little line is connected to this container. So it's a stroke of this color. So grab this frame here, add a stroke of this color. We're going to go 0.5, and it's only going to be found on the right side. All right, almost there. We're almost done. Stick with me, guys. 24 pixels of padding. Let's add that in. Let's add another frame. So F. Make sure you put it outside. F. You can put it in between. Doesn't matter. Let's see what this frame is set to. 76 pixels high. Okay, let's do that. 76. Use your down arrow to toggle it down. This is just going to be the button wrapper. We're going to take the width and fill the container. This is also going to have padding of 24. So let's go Shift A, make it an auto layout. Shift A makes it an auto layout. Add 24 pixels of padding. And what's on the top and bottom? 10 on top and bottom. Cool. Add another frame, F. Right in there. Let's see what this is. 56 pixels high. 56. Fill it with black. Around the corners, we'll say 60. Make sure the width is set to fill container. The effect drop shadow is 6, 8, 14.7, and 25. I'm going to copy it. And if you see, it kind of cuts off right here, that shadow. Just grab that container and make sure the clip content is off so that shadow goes past it. All right, pair headphones is set to 18. So T on your keyboard, and we'll put in pair headphones here. Set this to an auto layout as well, Shift A. And that just ruined everything for me, so go back, say 56. Alright, that looks good. Ooh, we did it. Move this bit down. We have Apple AirPods Max set up here, so just drag some copy out. Apple AirPods Max. Gonna set it to white. What's the size here? Oh, say 8. Set it to 8. We want it to be all caps. We want the letter spacing to be 55. And we want it to be center aligned. And then we're just gonna set it right here, grab this whole section below and Shift A. Now it's in the auto layout with it. All right, we're very close. I have this picture of headphones. I just copied in, so I'm just gonna copy these and put them right in here. These are just circles or rectangles in the background. So before we even get to the headphones, let's move this out of the way. Let's put these rectangles in. So R on your keyboard for rectangle. I'm gonna grab the color of this, copy it, paste it, paste it here. The corner radius is set to 76. Oh wait, what was that? 46. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. And then we have that iOS corner smoothing, so put that on. All right, duplicate it, Command D, grab the one below it, Option Shift to pull out proportionately, and then we're just going to drop the opacity. I think we're gonna go to 80, maybe even more. Let's go 70. Come out a little more. We can adjust the corner radius to make it feel better. Do this again, Command D. I want to make sure that these don't have any effects on them. Got 70, 40. Okay, Command D again. Pull the bottom one out. Drop this one to 40. You can adjust the corner radius. Command D again. Grab the bottom one. Pull it out. Set it to 20. And we can adjust the radius. All right, I think that looks pretty good, and we can just kind of move it bigger, smaller, whatever we want. Let's put these into a group so we know where they're at. So Command G, we'll put those into a group. We have some colors over here. They're just floating circles, so we're gonna keep it that way. So O on your keyboard. And let's grab this color, copy it, paste the color into the fill. We're going to do an effect, and it's going to be a layer blur, and you can blur it to whatever you want. I think I have this one set to 200. 200. Make sure that your frame has clip content on it, and then make sure it's set within the frame. So I'm just gonna Command X this to cut it. Click on the frame, Command V to paste it, and then use the X and Y values to move it. I'm gonna duplicate it, Option drag it down here, and I'm gonna change it to this pink color. Okay, this is bleeding over the top of this, so we want to make sure that this is in the front. We'll just call this bottom container. We're gonna put it right here. Grab your headphones, put them inside. Grab your group here, move it up. You make it a little bit bigger. You can press X or K on your keyboard to scale that proportionately and then push it up. Center that. And there is our app pretty much designed. Now let's get into animating it. Make a copy, Command D. It's going to duplicate it. I'm going to move the headphones behind the bottom container. So right now they're sitting above and I want them below. So I'm going to delete this actually so they're all in the correct place before I start. Headphones needs to be below the bottom container. Now Command D. Now I'm going to move my headphones down with the Y value there. Just drag that out. I also want to move my color, so I'll grab this ellipse here, move it out. Grab this one. Oh, what did I do? I moved the layout. What I do want to do is move the position. Oh, that's way far. Okay. Grab this one, move this one out. I think my computer is glitching, that's why it's showing that, but it's not really there. And then we can move this down into frame. Press K on your keyboard to scale it down. Move it to the center. And then I'm going to duplicate this one again. So I'm going to move this over, Option drag this one out. Blow this one up a little bit. I'm going to adjust some of the rectangles just to be a little more artistic. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, grab all of them. Go over here to this drop down. Create a component set. We're going to click on this button here. Shift E will take us to the prototype panel. Or you can click over here. Hover until you get the arrow. Drag it to our next frame. And we're going to say on tap, change to Smart Animate, and we're going to do gentle at 1200. Then we're going to drag another prototype over. We're going to say after delay of 1 millisecond. I wish they did 0, but it's 1. And a custom spring, and we're just going to take this little dot and drag it out. So it's nice and slow. Let's pull one of these out. And then let's play the prototype. Make sure that this is in a frame. So it's a component right now. We dragged it out. It needs to be in a frame now. So Option Command G will put it into a frame. Now we can play our frame. Click it. There you have it. If you guys like this tutorial, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks.